Today, I will present an overview of the importance of considering climate change for the effective conservation of biodiversity in the Greater Antilles and to ensure the sustainability of livelihoods in the local communities of the Caribbean biological corridor. Even though the Caribbean islands comprise only 1.4% of planet lands, they boast an incredibly diverse and unique biota. 44% of plants and 35% of vertebrate species are endemic to the region. This high rate of endemism is the result of a highly fragmented geographic context. However, islands are also closely linked through the dispersal of nutrients, gametes, seeds, and larvae by winds and ocean currents, and by the periodic migration of insects, fish, sea turtles, birds, and marine mammals. These ecological processes ensure healthy and productive ecosystems with thriving biodiversity. They are the foundation of not only some of the Caribbean's main livelihoods, such as tourism and fishing, but also of vital ecosystem services as freshwater supply and coastal protection. The importance of the Caribbean biodiversity to the people of the region cannot be underestimated. Unfortunately, most of the Caribbean biodiversity is threatened by overexploitation, habitat loss, pollution, and many other human pressures. And while hurricanes and other extreme weather events have historically impacted the region, climate change is adding a new layer of stress. As temperature warmer, sea level rises, the frequency of major hurricanes increases, and more extreme climate variability occurs, new negative impacts are affecting species, ecosystems, and people's livelihoods. In this context, the environmental authorities of Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Puerto Rico created the Caribbean Biological Corridor, a multinational initiative that has been working since 2007 for the conservation of biodiversity in the region. The CBC, as it is known for short, constitutes a sub-regional biodiversity governance mechanism and a platform for South-South cooperation. For almost 15 years, we have worked to build a sustainable interaction between human society and nature in the Greater Antilles, while contributing to achieving nature conservation and sustainable development goals, not only in member countries, but also regionally and globally. The CBC focuses on maintaining the ecological connectivity and ensuring the persistence of biodiversity of regional importance. But this is only possible when indicators of resilience and vulnerability to climate change are considered in the selection of thematic and geographic priorities. After a complex evaluation process, 4 groups of ecosystems and 14 groups of species were selected as CBC's conservation priority, many of them threatened by climate change in one or another way. To mainstream climate change into planning and practice, the most resilient, representative, and best connected ecosystems were identified and mapped. These areas were combined with priority species distribution and other maps of natural values to define the CBC spatial scope, including core conservation areas and zones of importance for connectivity. This space comprises the most resilient ecosystems and key sites for the most vulnerable species. Together, they provide key ecosystem services that support local communities' livelihoods. In addition, the CBC Long-Term Strategic Action Plan promotes and implements natural solutions for both people and biodiversity to mitigate and adapt to climate change. A sustainable future for the Caribbean communities will not be possible if we do not reverse the loss of biodiversity, rebuild ecological connectivity, adapt to climate change, and stop global warming, together and holistically. To end, I leave you with quotes from 2 leaders of our region that show that beyond ideologies and political approaches, there is a consensus on the urgency of effectively addressing the environmental crisis we face today. Bold decisions are needed, and we need them now. Action cannot wait any longer if we are to leave our children the legacy of a safer, healthier, and more prosperous planet. Thank you very much.